Hi, I'm Vivian. Welcome to Space News Daily.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
Hi, I'm Sophia.
Hi, I'm Vivian, and I'll be reporting on NASA's discovery of water on Mars. Where we thought was a red, dry, and desolate planet lies the discovery of something new found on there. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second smallest planet in the solar system after Mercury. Mars today is bitter cold and bone dry. NASA has announced and confirmed that liquid water has been found on Mars on September 28 by the Curiosity rover. The discovery of liquid water on Mars is a big, life-changing discovery for NASA. NASA stated, NASA has announced new evidence that could confirm the presence of liquid water on the red planet, increasing the possibility that astronauts journeying to Mars could rely on the planet's own water for their drinking needs. This means that the future astronauts will be able to rely on the planet for survival and their drinking needs. This could be very useful for the astronauts in order to survive on that planet in future missions. So, the discovery of water on Mars is a big step in science, leaving NASA closer to learning more about this planet. Next up is about a theory of living existence on Mars. In theory, there's a possibility of tiny microorganisms living in the water on Mars. However, some people doubt that. Since it's just a theory, NASA can't guarantee that this is possible or not yet. One news reporter asserts, liquid water is essential for life to exist here on Earth, and knowing that H2O is flowing on the red planet strengthens the odds that extraterrestrial life exists somewhere on Mars as well. Water is a necessity for all living things to exist, but since water has been found on the red planet, there's a slight chance of finding living organisms in the water. If that's the case, then Mars might be a more habitable planet than you think. Therefore, Mars isn't as dry and barren of a planet as you used to think. Also, it's able to sustain the water there. As for now, NASA's recent discovery of flowing liquid water on current Mars changes course in science. It's currently being expected and taken into consideration for the future Mars mission in the 2030s. The discovery of water on September 28 by NASA's Curiosity rover was a special day of learning something new about Mars. As we learn more about the red planet, I must ask, will Mars become our next permanent planet if something were to happen to Earth in the near future, using the water to help us survive? Now Dylan brings up a news report about NASA funding 5 space projects.
Dylan, and I'll be reporting on NASA funding 5 space projects. NASA and other space exploration companies have been funding more and more projects by giving them large amounts of money. All of the space projects being funded involve learning about our solar system and neighboring planets. One of the projects plans to go to Venus's atmosphere, taking data of the planet and gaining further knowledge about our solar system and Venus. NASA is giving $3 million to all 5 of the missions that will be competing to gain $500 million by 2020. One of the projects, called Da Vinci, wants to probe through the atmosphere of the solar system's hottest planet, measuring its chemical composition during a 63-minute descent. All of the projects NASA is funding are relative to exploring the solar system and neighboring planets. This means that NASA is trying to revolutionize space exploration and our understanding of the world. NASA said that 5 possible space missions have been selected by NASA to receive preliminary funding ahead of the possible launch as early as 2020. Each of the projects chosen as part of NASA's long-running discovery program will receive $3 million, with which their creations can hone their designs, conduct analysis, and refine their plans. This means NASA isn't playing favorites by giving one group more money than the other. It is clearly up to NASA who they think deserves the $500 million and what group utilized their money best. To summarize, NASA in 2020 will be funding 5 space programs by giving all 5 $3 million and giving 1 or 2 programs $500 million because they want to gain further knowledge about our solar system. NASA is pioneering space exploration, and it makes you wonder, what will they do next? My name is Dylan Delaney, and this is Space News Daily. Next is my co-worker Sophia, reporting about the Dwarf Planet series.
Sophia, and I'm reporting on the Dwarf Planet series. Floating in outer space and sitting just in between Mars and Jupiter's asteroid belt is a little yet mysterious planet that some may or may not have heard of. This tiny planet composed of rock and ice is called Ceres. For something roughly the same size as Texas, the planet is somehow hard to believe that it could, perhaps, hold a treasure box full of mysteries deep inside it. Last year, NASA's ongoing Dawn mission discovered bright spots on the planet's surface, possibly because it's made up of 20% water ice. The discovery indicates that the possible existence of abundant water flowing beneath its surface. As the Dawn spacecraft gets closer and closer to the planet, more detailed images of its surface are being seen. The two spots seen before are now becoming more visible. Andy Rivkin, a planetary scientist, reported, "The most likely explanation for its presence is that buried ice has been exposed by the impact of meteors hitting the dwarf planet's surface. I suppose cryovolcanism could also bring it to surface. Since Ceres is known to be made up of ice and rocks, it is possible that the ice beneath its surface was exposed, and the light shining on the surface makes the spots look bright. If those spots could be proven as ice, there's a possibility that water, more than what we have on Earth, is flowing inside the tiny planet. If not, what could they possibly be? Though speculations of the existence of water were made, there's still an ongoing debate on what the discovery could actually mean." Michael Kuppers, the lead author of the magazine Nature, reported, "Now we have really, for the first time, discovered water in the asteroid belt. But contrary to that, Rachel Feldman, an author for the Washington Post, stated, scientists aren't totally sure what they are or how they are formed. People, scientists or not, are still a little confused on what their findings could indicate. Just like I stated before, some believe that it could be ice exposed, which means that there's flowing water inside the planet. Some say that it's the result of cryovolcanism. Well, it could also be salt deposit. Finding water in the planet could suggest that Ceres could be a potential home for extraterrestrial life. It's wonderful how one discovery could lead to something even greater. As for now, scientists' most likely explanation for the spots on Ceres' surface is that meteors that hit its surface exposed the ice buried inside." I quote from an article, "If Ceres does prove to have reservoirs of water, that would make it a possible home for extraterrestrial life well worthy of further investigation. What do you think? Could there be really water flowing beneath the dwarf planet?" This has been Space News Daily.
Bye.